Hello, everybody. Hello, Forever Family. I would like to welcome everybody to webinar Building an Empire, the most complete blueprint to building a massive network marketing business. The book written by Brian Garothers. And today, I cannot believe that today is March 29th. It's almost end of the third quarter. There are 2.5 days to go, 30th, 31st, and today, couple of more hours, 3.5 hours. And again, I would like to welcome everybody, but my special welcome today is, as far as I could see, is to go to my lovely sponsor, Lilichka Krakovich, Senior Manager from Brooklyn, New York. After her recovery, Lilichka, welcome to our family. Well, we are going to continue to read, study, and hopefully implement whatever we learn from Brian Garothers. And also at the very end of the webinar, I will give you some tricky question, and I will give you more details how to handle this question later on. But for now, Isaac, please unmute your microphone. I hope you could hear me and you could see my screen. And let's start to read. Please confirm, Isaac.
Yes, good evening, everybody. And we're building an empire, the most complete blueprint to building a massive network marketing business by Brian Garothers.
And I would like to start to read this chapter, this session number 12. I cannot believe it that we start on January 4th and we skip just once. And every Monday we continue to read it's a huge book and a lot of valuable priceless information how to improve our business. So I would like to start to read this. I would like to ask Isaac to read from this chapter. Let's look at our several years from now. Isaac, please go ahead.
Let's look out several years from now. Your life took an amazing turn for the best when you started your new network marketing business. That decision, coupled with solid work ethics, put you in this place you are now. Monetarily, you have more than you can spend. Just the interest and dividends coming passively from your investments are more than you ever made working full-time in your past. Your income flows from the efforts of others now and from a huge customer base that you built up over the years. You never look at the price when reading the menus while dining out. You take an exotic and exciting. You walk new beaches around the world on weekdays when others are stuck in office building back office buildings back home. Sorry. Speaking of your home, you have 3 of them, each in different locales and decked with lavish decor that you spend time laboring over with care. Your family enjoys time in different homes and each feels so very homey. You have 3 times freedom, true time freedom, and you set your own schedule to satisfy your every whim. You take mission trips, you give off your time to charitable causes that make your heart beat and bring tears to your eyes. You give to your church more money than you ever made in a year from your job. You have put in place a legacy that will survive you, that will be enjoyed and empowered many generations after you. The respect and admiration you receive from your family and friends make you feel so proud, yet humble. All of the worthy things have had an inverse effect on you. The trappings of your success were pride in walking along the way, but now that you are on the other side of money and success, you give the credit upward and understand to whom you belong. How is that for a vision of your future? Does it excite you to know this is waiting for you? Do you think this would inspire a maniac work ethics in those for whom you paint such a picture of their future? The biggest leaders in our industry have become very good at painting pictures of a future vision for others. Get good at this. Once you have the vision painted in your head, make it vision too. Make it visual too. Create a dream board or a vision board. I took a 2.5 by 3.5 foot board and glued pictures of my future on it when I began my network marketing journey in this company. I had pictures of a happy family with kids on a beach, a beautiful home beachfront property in Turks and Caicos, exotic sports car, a yacht, a speaker on a big stage, etc. What's amazing is that I now have just about everything on that board except for a yacht. What is interesting is that my new dream board now has things like the Sunshine Kids charity for kids with cancer, friends, family, and the goal of helping 100 more people on my team to reach the Millionaire Club. It does show evidence that once you get to where you want to go, your priorities can change and other things become bigger drivers for you. It's okay if your goal right now are all about you. If you're honest about what drives you, let it drive you. Later on, you can add to your vision and include things that may not be directed towards yourself. I do believe that trying to help others and putting everyone else first keeps most people from ever getting themselves into a position to truly have a more magnificent impact. For example, I felt that if I gave less of my time and money earlier on in life and focused my attention on achievements, this would allow me far greater resources to have more impact in the future. In my mind, I feel that it's absolutely what has happened. I would rather put off giving $1,000 to charity when it was hard to afford and invest it so that later I could give $100,000. Instead of spending 5 hours a week of my time with one charity, what if I use that time to create a massive team of thousands of people who can now afford to each spend 5 hours of their week doing so? So my 5 hours being diverted ends up resulting in 5,000 hours of time spent blessing others. We can delay personal gratification as well as selflessness. I'm not here to dictate what you do with your success. My aim in this book is to get you to the top of the mountain and holding on to hope that you remain grounded and give back along the way. The world needs more empowered, good leaders who care about others around them. Praise progress. Recognition. Babies cry for it, and men die for it. Of course, most people start a business like this to pursue making money from it. But in any network marketing business, the income they make early on will not be enough. There will always be times when every distributor feels they need to make more faster. They may often get frustrated that success isn't coming fast enough. So how do you keep them excited about their business when their income is not pouring in yet? The key is they have to feel that they are progressing towards their goals. If they feel like their business is moving forward and growing, they will stay after it. If they feel like they are stuck, they may give up. But this business is more than just about the money. It is about success, winning, and appreciation. It is about feeling a sense of contribution and being part of a team. People will do more of what they get recognized for. So if you want your distributors to make more sales, applaud them when they make one. Make a big deal about it. After all, it may have been quite hard for them to finally sign up that recruit or make that elusive sale. That one victory may not have netted them much money in and of itself, but it is still a victory. When they get a phone call to congratulate them, or they hear their name mentioned on a conference call or at a meeting, they will glow on the inside. It will put a bounce in their step. They will feel successful. And because they love feeling this way, they will want to do it over and over so they can be more to feel this way again. And off they will go to get another sale. And this time they will want to top the last victory by making 2 sales to receive another accolade. And once they achieve this next win and receive the adoration and spotlight, they will speed off to get 3 or 4 more to redeem this forever more applause. I'm telling you that if you praise every small win, you will inspire your team members to keep winning. Not only do you want to praise the success, you also want to praise progress. Maybe you have a new recruit who holds a PBR in their home in their first week, but no progress shown up. Praise them for doing the activity and trying. They cannot control the results, but they did the best and should feel great about it. If you show them your respect for their effort, they will be encouraged enough to stay in the game and give it another shot. As long as your downline members stay in a game, you will have chances to help them learn and improve. People will stay if they feel good and appreciate it, even if they are not making the money they desire yet. Ways to recognize your team members. Send out team emails and include shout outs. Mention in team newsletters. Show their name in team website and via social media. Spotlight them on team training calls. Send them gifts, personal development books with personal note inside. Give them dinner for 2 or movie tickets. Invite them onto stage at event to tell their story. Reward them by giving them a recruit. Contest to create activity. Over the years, I have always tried to be creative and come up with contests or promotions that would drive behavior. People like to be challenged, and the ambitious ones will rise to the occasion. I try to think of ideas that everyone can participate in. I base some of them on activity alone, and some are based on results. Activity-based contests. Get 100 no's in a month challenge. Get prospects to listen to a sizzle call. We give everyone a sheet with 100 no's on the page and 5 yeses. Each person is to make exposures and mark off the responses they get, seeing if they can get 5 people to say yes to look at the business before 100 people say no. PBR contest. Who can have the biggest guest attendance at their in-home PBR presentation? PZC contest. Who can get the most prospects on their private conference call? Briefing contest. Who can get the most guests to show up to the weekly business briefing? Results-based contest. Top recruiter of the month. Top 20 recruiters. Top sales producer. Upline who helps the most rank advancement in their downline for the month. The company comp plan should already have plenty of financial rewards for the results. So as an upline leader, when you can reward activity and give recognition for every little or big victory, you will lead on an army of people to success. Inclusion, exclusion. One of the greatest motivations for us all is our deep desire to be included. As a kid, how did you feel about getting picked off for a sports team, or being invited or not invited to a birthday party? Everyone wants to be a part of the in crowd, and we all want to feel important. What my upline and mentors did to me early on is made me want to earn their respect and my chances to join their inner circle. I wanted to be on the inside because I understood that our associations work hard on us. I wanted to associate with the winners. If there was a contest to win a sport at a leadership dinner, a spot at a leadership dinner, I won it. If there was a special trip with the top producers, I won it. Being included meant the world to me. And believe it or not, it meant that much to most people. As a leader of your team, your job is to come up with ways to create this environment. Think up activities that only the producers and team builders can participate in. Make it exciting and encourage everyone to strongly desire his or her way in. Special dinners, weekend trips, special settings at events, reserved parking, special name badges, special recognition page on the team website, and be sure to use social media and communication avenues to publicize it often. Your goal is to make this something for people to strive for and have pride in being included. Just keep in mind, you do not want to go too far to the point that you make everyone else feel like they're not valued or worthy just because they haven't earned the inclusion yet. This fact is, by them just being on a team and in a business is its own inclusion factor. The masses out there have not even been let into the arena yet.
Isaac, hold on for a second, please. Thank you for your reading. Take a break, please. And I would like to ask friend and partner, manager from Brooklyn, New York, Helen Osipov, to continue, please. Thank you, Isaac.
Good evening. Create team culture. You have heard that teamwork makes the dream work. This is repeated often because it carries much truth. The whole reason you are in network marketing is because you don't want to be a salesperson constantly doing all of the selling. That would be yet another job. Your end game here is to have a large team of people, each making a few sales a month, a week, which will generate passive cash flow into your bank account without you having to do the selling. This team thing goes well beyond who is making the sales. At first glance, most everyone sees this and wants a team to go sell and make them money, but it isn't that easy. It takes a good recruiter to bring people into the business. But it takes a great leader to assemble those people into working together as a team. They can sell by themselves, but that might get old and they might quit. Teams keep people engaged and in the game. I have watched many people to go out and recruit a whole ton of individuals into their downline. But they remained individuals, each independently attempting to build their own businesses. Think about that. Yes, as a networker, you are in business for yourself, but should not be by yourself. It gets very lonely if you are not on a team. Who will you share your victories with? Who will lift you up when you feel down and maybe keep you from giving up? I would venture to say that 90% of people who quit their network marketing business do so because they felt they did not have the support they needed to learn how to succeed. I know this because I have heard in thousands of times from those who have quit. We say that people should not blame their sponsors for their lack of success. But in reality, unless someone applying pulls people together and creates a winning team environment, people will always come in and quit rather quickly. The recruits are buying not only into a company and business, but they also need to be part of a team and family that cares about them personally. People want to be part of something bigger than themselves. People will often work harder to help the team achieve its goal than they will for their own goals. This assumes the team makes them feel important as an integral part and that it cares about them. I have seen distributors who did nothing all month long to build their own business or make money for themselves. But when the team they were a part of needed a few more sales to hit a team goal, that person went out and hustled up a few sales they otherwise would not have created for themselves. Why is it this? Well, to some people, the money is not their biggest driving force. Rather, they want to feel important, respected, and know that they matter. They want to make a difference and be loved. Do you realize that if you are only talking to your downline distributors about making money, you are missing the things that are more motivating to them than just making money? Love, respect, purpose, importance, and feeling like they can make a difference are some of the key human drivers. Commissions are important, but not enough to compel people to act consistently. Quite frankly, why do people want to make huge amounts of money? If you think about it, you will conclude that maybe it is because if they are wealthy, others might respect them more, or they could afford to do nice things for people, which garners appreciation, or they will feel more important on or in control. So, how does all of this play into creating team culture? As a leader who wants to build something huge and significant, you will want to create an environment that is conducive to achieving these drivers. Here are some ideas that can be part of creating these. First, purpose. Everyone wants to feel excited knowing that his or her efforts are serving a greater good. So your team should create a mission statement that lays out what his greater good is. Belonging. Yes, the distributor is a part of the overall networking industry and even a part of their particular company. But just like in football, being in the NFL is great, but a player needs to be passionate about playing for a particular team. There needs to be a sense of pride, ownership, inspiration. When a team is in place, inspiration will not always have to come from the leader at the very top. Every success story that happens for any individual within the team will inspire the others if showcased properly and immediately. Accountability. When in business for yourself and led by yourself, it is easy to hide in the shadows and not put forth effort. This happens very often and is why many people end up quitting. But if the team leader is pulling people together, publicly coordinating activities, and then discussing the outcomes as a team, there is less chance of the shadows taking away your distributors. Recognition. You can create team contests or challenges for doing certain activities or for getting certain results, and then publicly recognize them for it. Recognition is the more motivating than money. Men die for it and babies cry for it. You can never recognize people enough. Recognize what you want them to do more of. Support. Your people will need emotional support along the way as they encounter disappointments. When they are having a bad day, the team can reach out and lift their spirit, resell them on their why and dream. When a person has a great day, they can share the story with the team. This will fire the rest up to go out and grab success as well. To create this team culture, here are some things you can do. First, weekly team conference calls. This is a chance to not only train, but also to recognize and to allow others to speak and be developed into leaders. Second, team website. Here you can aggregate all sort of support information and material, as well as recognition. Third, team events. Getting together for training, recognition, and to rally the energy and spirit. This is where the relationships that are so vital to team culture can be best created and nurtured. Fourth, fun activities. You don't want to be all business and no play. So get the team together and let your hair down too. Bowling, fishing, cookouts, camping trips, anything where you do things together. Fifth, charity philanthropy. Pull your team together and decide on one or two causes they feel strongly about supporting. They organize everyone to donate their time together to these activities. 6. Team Facebook, social media groups. People live on social media these days, so you will want to create groups where people can keep updated, engage with their teammates, welcome new recruits, congratulate achievements, and share tips, training. Just make sure that people know when the team wins, everyone wins. Everyone will not be the starting quarterback or the MVP of the game. They may not have even contributed a single sale, but they tried, and their energy and spirit were vital to the team's success. Never forget this. Never forget that Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. If you make everyone feel special, important, and respected, you might just be surprised that some might suddenly become your top producers. A caring team leader will instill her values into the team culture. Call parties. Promoting events is one of the most important skills or activities we must engage in. If we get prospects to briefings, we will recruit them. If we get our downline to events, they will get trained and inspired. Every networker spends time sitting on the phone making calls to prospects and team members. Sometimes it can get monotonous making calls day after day by ourselves. So we hold call parties to promote for each event. Let's say, for example, we have a big business briefing on Saturday at 9 a.m. We select one person's house where a group of teammates can gather and bring their list of prospects with them on Wednesday evening. Everyone spreads out and dials for dollars. Once we have a prospect on the phone and we share with them about the event to invite them, we edify someone in the house who is free and we pass the phone to them. The third-party person shares their short story and excitement about the business and confirms the invite for the briefing. Now, the prospect has committed to two people, their friend and a stranger. They are much more likely to show up now. We also have contests at call parties to see who gets the most guests confirmed for the event. The energy is in the air and everyone has a great time making the dials. And when someone encounters a rude prospect, they hang up and everyone makes fun of the prospect for missing the opportunity that could have changed their life. Hey, there is nothing wrong with inserting a little fun into an equation. These call parties also work great for uplines getting together to promote to their downlines to attend training events. Everyone comes over with their downline lists and dials away. Something unique can be done here as well. We often have everyone swap downline lists. This way, your downline is hearing from a fresh voice about why they should attend the event rather than hearing from the same old you. A prophet is never heard in his own backyard, or to modify an old saying. In other words, after a while, your team doesn't snap into gear very fast anymore when you're always the one asking them to do something. But when someone else calls, they tend to hear the same message in a different way. So calling each other's downlines works wonders.
Hold on, Helen, for a second. Thank you very much for your reading. Take a break, please. And I would like to ask the most reliable manager from New Jersey, Iris Cristobal, to continue. Iris, please unmute your microphone.
Okay. Hi. Thank you, Alex. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Isaac, and thank you, Helen. Success compression. It is easier to build this business fast than slow. Instead of talking to 10 people in a week, it's more powerful to call all 10 in one day. Emotion and energy rises when you have lots of action going on all at once. When I started with the company that I made more than 15 million as of this writing, I made a list of 200 people. I called every last one of them in my first 3 days. Everyone I knew got a call. I was blowing by and going Mach 2 with my hair on fire. Light yourself on fire, and people will come from miles around to watch you burn. People were most likely drawn to my excitement more than anything. They figured I must be onto something big to be calling them with such urgency. I was brief. I said less to more people. My goal was to contact and invite and get off the phone. I was just promoting events and filling seats. I compressed time frames. That's what some people do relative to what I did. Some make 200 phone calls in 3 years. Some make 200 phone calls in 3 months. Some make 200 phone calls in 3 weeks. Some make 200 phone calls in 3 days. Which route would you create the most excitement and explosive result? Take a barrel of gunpowder and spread it out over a state. Spread it out over a town. Spread it out over a mile. Spread it out over an acre. Spread it out over a sandbox. Then throw a lit match, which will cause an explosion. Exactly, the powder that is compressed into the smallest area. Explosive blitzes are used to create this kind of explosion in your business. A blitz is when you get a group of people on your team to come together to focus on tripling their efforts on a particular activity. For example, we do tool blitzes. We have cases of magazine or books and everyone meets in a parking lot. They each get dozens of tools and put their contact info labels on them. Then everyone goes out for 2 to 3 hours in pairs and canvass the local area, exposing people to information about our company. They go into car dealership stores, parks, sideways, basically anywhere they can meet people. At the end of the blitz period, everyone returns back to the meeting place and compares notes. We often give prizes to those who got the most phone numbers and everyone else chips in to buy the winner lunch or dinner. I love tool blitzes because whoever gets the most tools into the marketplace will make the most money. This is not just a saying, it's a fact. I proved it. My team has moved countless tools into the hands of people across the country. Tools do the presentation for us. All we have to do is get people to review them. The 90-day run. You can really change your life in 90 days. I am a living proof. One of my mentors told me that if I create a great income success story in my first 90 days, I will be able to create so much momentum that we could potentially carry me to the rest of my career. So I took him at his word and ran very hard. 90 days of pain for a lifetime of gain. So true. Let me tell you, I was willing to pay the short term price for a long term success. Part of the power in doing this run the first 90 days of your business lies in the fact that you are creating a compelling story. For the rest of your career, you'll be able to answer every prospect's question of how much money did you make when you first joined, with an exciting response that will motivate them. If you don't get off to a good start and do much, that story will not exactly be compelling in recruiting pitch, will it? But if you made an extra $2,000 in the first couple of months doing it only part time, now that will turn some heads. So my first 90 days was explosive. I gave it all I had and made many sacrifices. My income story was so strong, much more than that of a $2,000 mark, and I could already point to success stories on my team. For the last 14 years, I have repeated the story as part of my pitch. But what I did was not ride on the momentum created by just this first 90-day run. I strung several of these runs together. I find it that it's easy to create a plan and focus for 90 days like a laser. You can do this, believe me. Just work your plan hard with a burning white hot fire for 3 months. Then rest a minute. Then create the next run and do it one more time. I did this back-to-back sprints with the runners on my team. I found out that it is way easier to build this business fast than it is to build it slow. Fast is like you're riding a race car, while slow is like trying to push a car with its emergency brake up on a hill. Momentum is your best friend, and the big mo is only found when you explode with activity in a condensed time frame. You might look at the amount of frenzied efforts we're talking about as if it's an insanity workout that you might have seen on TV. The commercial shows people losing weight and getting crazy shape in literally 30 days by virtually going non-stop through rigorous movements in the gym in condensed intervals. It makes my heart race just watching the ad. But focused, condensed efforts work. I like that insanity style. Give your business all you got for a short window of time. If you have 10 hours a day, or if you only have 2 hours a day, you devote to it. Squeeze every last phone call and appointment you can muster from your body. What does a 90-day game plan look like? Pull out your calendar. Select the 90-day window with key focus on the end date. You want to have a distinct finish line with a huge event that you and your team are building towards. All of your efforts and recruiting will crescendo at this great grand finale gala event. Everything you do with your team will be pointing towards this finish line. Establish a goal as a team for how many people will be in attendance. Make it big. Also project how many people will be certain recognition and income levels by then. Every conversation with your team will be about what their personal goals are for their 90-day run and tracking their progress daily towards it. Everyone needs to be on the same page as far as devising the roadmap in everyone's calendars. Start by laying in the big blocks first. So block out 3 times for your weekly briefings, your training classes, monthly training events, team conference call, etc. This is the system infrastructure. Once this is in ink, then everyone works day and night to fill in every single blank space on the pages of their calendar. The more appointments for PBRs, PCC, PZC, sit-downs, webinars, tool blitzes, and call sessions, the better. Fill them up. 90 days of no spare time, no TV, no bowling, no travels, just focus. Each week during this round, there will be accountability calls with each leg of your organization by each leader. Everyone reports their activities and results and restates their goals and their commitment to achievement. Those who are on fire will be invited to share their stories of how they succeeded so far. As a leader, be sure to inspect what you expect. Overwhelming encouragement will be needed because fatigue can set in for less ambitious types and for those who might be feeling that they're not getting their desired results yet. Your job is to keep yourself and your team on fire for this run. It will be your life for the next 90 days. The grand finale finish line event needs to be exciting and magnificent. High energy music, beautiful staging, and tons of recognition. Find something to recognize just about for everyone for. Nobody fails. Some just succeeded more than others. But this is a celebration of teamwork and effort, so spread the love to all.
Iris, hold on for a second, please. First of all, thank you. And I would like to encourage and invite everybody to share your thoughts or question or comments, whatever we read and explore right now in this chapter. Anybody, you would be able to unmute your microphone and speak up. Iris, you're the first one, please go ahead. Helen will be second one and Nina will be third one. Iris, please go ahead.
Thank you, Alex. So I've noticed like in this hour section of what we're doing, we recognize what you can do. So the first one is to make a vision, and then contest to create activity, and being part of the team, and then making the 90-day run. So everything that he's saying is how to be successful. You just have to follow it. And I think what I got about this is while reading it is like the time that I did not spend encouraging my team, I'm correcting it now because I'm reading it and I could see what's the difference. So this blueprint that he gave us is really very valuable, and it's checking out what you did not do before and telling you what you have to do right the next time.
Thanks a lot, Iris. Helen, please go ahead.
I like the phrase, you are in this business not by yourself, but for yourself, but not by yourself, because it shows that our leader has a special tools to glue us together as a team, because team production is always bigger than we work alone. And also excitement just brings us closer, and we just feel each other's elbow and everything becomes possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Nina, go ahead.
I would like to tell about recognition, how it's important to recognize the people, because when we're making money, it's good, we're excited. But when we recognize for something, for example, I never forget my 2 trips to Hawaii when my sponsors, Boris and Irina Mezheritsky, invite me. I never forget my trip to Singapore, and when I got chairman bonus. And I never forgot my trip to Sardinia, Italy, and another couple times I got recognized and plus car bonus. It's very important too, and you feel after that, its company cares about you, your sponsors cares about you, and it's very important too.
Okay, thank you, Nina. Now I'd like to give you some kind of hard time. As a joke, of course, as there is no hard time. But my point is, be ready to unmute your microphone. You could unmute it ahead of time, because I will ask you a couple of questions. Let's do some kind of friendly competition. What's the most popular word we read it in this chapter? Anybody? And even you, just 3 managers right now, you mentioned, everybody mention this word. Isaac, go ahead.
It was recognition.
Okay.
Team and recognition.
Team and recognition, exactly. Word team, that's what I'm looking for. Now, next question to everybody, and who will answer first will receive some bonus from me. What is the correct definition of, what does it stands for, team? Who knows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anybody could speak up. Come on. What?
Family.
I'm sorry?
Family.
No. How do you spell it out? Team.
Team.
And we mentioned during our life with Forever many times. Nobody remember? TEAM. Together. Anybody else? Everybody.
Achieves more.
Now you got it. Together, everybody achieves more. Isaac said it with Helen, so there is no winner.
Everybody is a winner.
Everybody is a winner. Exactly. Together, everybody achieves more. Look at this. Today we have 11 people and we enjoyed the conversation. We enjoyed the reading, right? Last 2 times ago, we had 12 people, 13, 9, 10, but we cannot duplicate ourselves yet. And I would like to show you on the bottom of the screen, I hope you saw that we completed 76% of the book. There are 24% to go, at least 2 or 3 more sessions. I don't want to do this in a rush. It's a lot of valuable information. Absorb, to swallow, to digest, and implement. And also on like a home, I asked last time to everybody to put it like Eugene put it. Eugene are kind of BK. There is no BK state. It's Brooklyn, NY, like Nina put it down. Nina Den Hardok, Columbus, Ohio. So I would like to ask everybody, then we will see. Nadezhda somewhere in Russia, right, Nadezhda? You could unmute your microphone and speak up if you can. If you can, even in Russian, I will translate. It's up to you, Nadezhda. I assume that's Nadezhda Ignatenko. She is somewhere in Russia. So we just want to know that there are between New York and Nadezhda's location, I believe like 12 hours. Go ahead, Nadezhda.
Ну, я слушаю, я не могу, Алекс, говорить.
Где ты находишься?
Я в России нахожусь.
Россия большая, come on.
I am в Сибири.
Какой
Сиди,
город в Сибири? Come on.
Красноярск.
Красноярск, вот и все. Very close to Baikal Lake, right? So we would like to welcome you, Nadezhda. And now I would like to ask my friend and partner, senior manager, car bonus qualifier, chairman bonus winner, Eagle manager, Nina Den Hardok, to share some valuable information with everybody. Nina, please unmute your microphone and share information.
Yes, I decide together with you to invest ourselves to do 7 days blitz with Ray Higdon. And I think
Not with Ray, Jessica.
yes, and I think it will be valuable to learn how to find more recruits in social media, because I work in social media, but I would like to know more and work more effective, find more people. So, and I think it will be very interesting to learn from April 1st, first week of April, so 7 days.
Excellent. So we purchased this program for 7 days. Nina and I and everybody could join Jessica Higdon to learn. She's one of the best. So you could go on Rank Makers and purchase this program for $67 for 7 days. It will be intensive course for everybody. Any other questions or comments you would like to make or ask? I did not see any hands and everybody is quiet, so we complete this session, session number 12. Nadia Ettinger, speak up.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much, Helen and Iris. And
Isaac for excellent reading for us. It's really valuable was today. And I wanted to say you, thank you so much, guys, like Nina and Alex for sharing that you are having adventure with 7 days course. And maybe many of us decided to follow your, you know, like your step, and we will go from it. Yeah, so thank you so much.
Okay,
was-
thank you, Nadia. I just would like to update you that tomorrow is the last day. Keep in mind, tomorrow. And I would
Okay.
like, before we finish, I would like to say thank you to Iris, to Helen, and to Isaac for your reading. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.